welcome back to Rev-it UK. My name is Sam and today I'm out in our BMW E60 M5. As you can probably tell from that lovely V10 soundtrack you just heard. Yeah, so lovely day in the UK today, so I'm going to take this for a little POV drive. Got the little Insta 360 camera on, as you can see probably just there. Yeah, I'm just going to do a little drive of it and give you some little driving impressions, as these cars are getting a bit more rare these days. I think this is on a 55 plate, so getting a little bit old, but still very special in my opinion. So these cars obviously come with the V10, as they're renowned for, pushing out 507 horsepower. This one has got a full stainless exhaust on it, which is why it might be a little bit louder than one you may have heard before. I believe it's on lowering springs and spacers. I'll put a few pictures in I've taken before of it. As you can see, really nice looking car, to be honest. I personally love this generation of 5 Series, never mind the M5. I just think it's a timeless shape. I love the front end, love the rear lights, so winning combo in my opinion. This one does have the infamous, might be called the awful, I don't know, depends what you like, the SMG gearbox, which if you've ever driven one can be a little strange, I'll call it. So it's a semi-automatic gearbox. It's not like a dual clutch, it's not like a regular automatic either. It's literally just an automated manual, which you may be thinking, oh, what does that mean? But if I let me blip it down a few gears, and if I do a little pull, you feel that lurch in between the gear changes. So it's not like a regular automatic which uses a torque converter and you don't really feel the gear change, or even in a DCT box where the gear change is that seamless, you don't feel it either. This one is literally you're changing gear manually. So if I bang it into, I don't know if you can see the dashboard, so it says drive 7th gear and there's like a little 1 out of 4 marker. That indicates the aggression on the gear changes. So down here on the left I have a little toggle switch which I can push the aggression or speed of the gear changes up. Personally, I'd always drive this in the fastest one, purely because of how slow it is. I mean, for the age of it, it's not too bad, but these days, even in my 330D, kind of like this one just here, it has the automated gearbox, the ZF 6-speed. The gear changes are not slow, but they're not fast. So I'm going to do a little pull here. I'm going to push it into power mode. Once I can clear this Range Rover. If you're looking for an older car with a bit more personality, rather than like a brand new, let's say, M240i, this one has the power, has the soundtrack, as I'm sure you can hear, but it also has that emotion between the gear changes, which you just don't get. Also, you're never going to see another one of these on the road ever, to be honest. Like, there's a 4 Series in front, there's a 3 Series behind me, but you never see a V10 M5. We also have in the V10 M6 of the same generation. That's in Silverstone Blue, I believe. So now I'm going to take it down some country lanes and let you know how it really feels in the bends, because there's no masking this car. It is a big, heavy car. So turning in, it does feel a little wallowy, not gonna lie. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but we have a lovely little heads-up display which gives our revs and our miles per hour. So that sound, you'll never get bored of that. V10s these days, especially with all the new restrictions coming in, they're just getting thinner and thinner. But in terms of like a saloon car, you're never going to get a saloon car with a V10 in again. But it just sounds amazing on the, not even full aggression. So that was, I think, 2 to 3k. Yeah, you just get that raspy sound through the exhaust. Flip it down into second here, 3000 RPM. I mean, once you accelerate and you're higher in the RPMs, you do feel the power more, but down low there is not much, to be honest. Like I said, I'm used to my turboed 330D diesel. I know, can't be comparing a diesel 3 litre to a M car with a V10 in, but for the sake of this review, I am going to. So, a little bit more on this car as we're coming back to the dual carriageway. It has got the full navigation. I believe this is the CCC navigation. A little bit older than the one in mine. Mine's a 2011, this is 2005, like I said. So this was really probably the first generation of in-car sat-nav, really, the BMW did. I know there was one on the E46, but I think that was a bit more gimmicky, to be honest. Just, it was there just to say you had a sat-nav. This one is still not bad for the day and age, to be honest. This one has the rare TV option still working on it, which, I mean, I don't know when you'd really ever use it. This one you can only use when you're stationary. I know you can code them so you can watch it in motion, but this one hasn't got that. It's got navigation, it's got radio. I'm not sure it has DAB radio, might be a little bit too old for that, but you're not buying this car for the sat-nav, are you? Like I said, two dual zone climate control, SMG box, these lovely seats, which if I look towards the passenger one, they're really comfortable, to be honest. A little weird feature they have is, so down here, if I press this button here, active backrest adjustment, I believe it is, so I can put that into sport, so now my seat is in sport mode. You may be wondering, what on earth does that mean? But if I turn left, the left bolster kind of pushes in, so I don't know, it kind of stops you from flying around in these seats. So they have the comfort saying, which is just your regular seat, to be honest, and then you have the sport. So if you are chucking it through some bends, you have a bit more support from these, I don't know what you call them, comfort seats, sofa seats. To be honest, I'm not too sure on it. It's a little bit gimmicky and it doesn't really work well. I mean, it works, but it's delayed, so you might chuck it in a bend, go left, right, and it will be a couple seconds delayed, which kind of defeats the whole point of it, to be honest. But yeah, so it's got the sunroof, which I absolutely love, got that popped at the moment. Climate control, DVD player. So I'm sure you can feel on the camera how lurchy that is. That's not even close to full throttle either, so it's just a bit of a strange gearbox, to be honest. So they obviously had this in the E46 M3 and this generation E60 M5, and I don't think they put in another car. I know after this, in the E92 M3 they put the DCT box in, same with the M5. Not too surprised that they phased this out, to be honest. I'm sure at the time, like I said before, mixed with the Ferrari F1 gearbox, it just shows its age, to be honest, these days. So if you were to have this as your one and only day-to-day car, fuel would be an absolute killer. So I just put a tenner in at our local BP of Supreme fuel. Obviously only going to put the best fuel in a V10, and it gave me 15 miles range, which isn't the best, to be honest, as I'm sure you can work out. Might just be the range calculator on this car and the fact that we've been moving around our dealership a fair bit. It might be a bit lower than normal, but I left with 5 miles, put a tenner in, and it came back without, I think it was 17. So yeah, not the best on fuel, but you don't buy a V10 for the fuel, do you? So just letting the revs build through this country lane, you can definitely feel the power close to the higher end. So that was only 4.5k, this goes all the way to 7.5, 8. But you can feel the power increasing slightly as you get up to there. So slightly bumpier road we're on now, so you're going to put in EDC, which is electric damper control. So there's mode 1 and mode 2. I presume mode 2 is stiffer than mode 1, but we'll have to see. So I might as well put it into mode 2 and just see how it handles these typical English B roads. So on this left-handed bend, I can really feel the right bolster pushing in on me. I believe they're air inflated. Yeah, it's just weird, to be honest. So as I turned right then, literally felt like someone just punched me in the side. I'm going to turn that off because Personally, I'm not a fan of that at all. Just feels really strange. So I'm going to test something now. I'm going to put the gearbox into the softest mode, and I'm going to do a little pull with it in that, see if it makes any difference at all to how lurchy it was. I highly doubt it will. Is anyone going to let me out here? So, although the gear changes is a lot slower, it feels a lot nicer to drive. I'm sure if I was pushing this on the limit with the gearbox in the stiffest mode or the most aggressive mode, it would definitely feel a little sketchy in the corners. So coming back onto our industrial estate here in D-side where we are based, gonna give it one last little blip. You know, I'll put all the windows down, so might be a bit windy, but gotta hear this V10 sing. I'll go around this corner and then I'll yeah, it just sounds unbelievable, this car. So yeah guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. So this car is on our website. I will put the full advert for this in the description below. As you can see, it drives lovely. Drives absolutely flawlessly for a car of this age. Only on 86,000 miles, which for a car that's pretty much 18 years old, I think, if I quickly do the maths, it's not too bad. Roughly half the mileage on average for each year. Can't complain. So yeah, full advert will be in the description down below. And if you have any inquiries on this car, don't hesitate to message us or email us on all of our contact points. Like I said, they'll all be in the description below. Email, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Even give us a call. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video here, guys. Like I said, make sure you're following us on all our socials down below. So, and I hope you have enjoyed this lovely BMW E60 V10. Thanks, guys.